I found out my husband is a serial killer. If you've ever loved someone, really loved them, you'll understand why I didn't see it sooner. Love isn't blind, it's selective. It chooses what to look at, and I didn't want to see the cracks. I met Aaron in my last year of college. He wasn't my type at first, too tall, too quiet, too still. But he had this way of listening to me that made me feel like I was the only person in the room. We got married 3 years later. For the first 5 years, we were the cliché, perfect couple. Vacations, dinner parties, inside jokes. He never raised his voice, never lost his temper. If I had to describe him in one word, it would have been safe. But then little things started to bother me. It began with the basement. Aaron didn't let me down there. Not in a don't touch my tools way, more in a the door's always locked way. He said it was because the steps were steep and I was clumsy. And I believed him, for a while. Then there was the laundry. Once a week, he'd wash his clothes alone. Not with mine, not even in the same load as his other clothes. Just one set, jeans, a long-sleeved shirt, and an old hoodie, always dark colors, always late at night. I'd wake up at 2 a.m. to the sound of the dryer, but he'd never let me help fold them, said it was just work clothes. The first real crack appeared one night in January. Aaron was late coming home, really late. I stayed up waiting, pacing the living room, imagining car accidents or ER visits. When he finally came in at almost 3 a.m., his hands were shaking. His hoodie was damp, and there was a smear of something dark on his cuff. Paint, he told me, but I knew he was lying. 2 weeks later, the news broke. A young woman had been found in a drainage ditch on the edge of town. Beaten, strangled, the police didn't have a suspect. The photo they showed on TV was haunting, not because I knew her, but because I recognized the ditch. It was less than a mile from where Aaron worked. I tried to ignore the thought. I really did. But the coincidences kept piling up. He'd come home late. The news would have another report of a missing woman, and every single one had last been seen near the industrial park where Aaron's office was. I started noticing his work clothes more. The way they smelled metallic, like pennies and bleach. The way he kept them separate. The way he never threw them out, no matter how worn they got. The night it all clicked, I wasn't even looking for proof. I was looking for wrapping paper in the closet when I found the shoebox. It was tucked behind old coats, wrapped in a garbage bag. Inside were photographs.